Hillary Clinton, meanwhile, thousands of miles away in India. As a result, she figures it's safe to say what she really thinks about you. Watch.
His whole campaign, Make America Great Again, was looking backwards. You know, you didn't like black people getting rights. You don't like women, getting jobs. You don't want to, see that Indian American succeeding more than you are. Whatever your problem is, I'm going to solve it. We don't do well with married white women. And part of that is an identification with the Republican Party and a sort of ongoing pressure to vote the way that your husband, your boss, your son, whoever, believes you should.
Well, notice who Hillary Clinton did not blame for her loss. Herself, or her ideas, or anything she's ever said or done. But it is a mistake, though, to make this about Hillary Clinton. She's a figure of the past, but her ideas are very much a feature of the present. The clip you just heard precisely sums up the view of the left in America right now. A bigoted middle class is holding back progress. They believe that. To the Democratic Party, voters in the middle of the country don't have legitimate views or aspirations. They have only ugly gut reactions. They're racists and dumb people. White women, as Hillary Clinton said. They can't think for themselves. They're puppets of their husbands and sons. Worst of all, they're attached to those stubborn little cells of independence called families. And nothing stands in the way of power like families, so they must be smashed. That's the message. Hillary may be washed up, but she understands perfectly well what the goals are. Julie Alvin is Lifestyle Director at the Meredith Corporation. She joins us tonight. Julie, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
So I don't want to beat up on Hillary Clinton, and I mean that, actually.
I thought that's why you bring me on.
No, I'm actually sincere. I feel, look, she lost. I always feel sorry for the loser. I think she's become less popular among Democrats. She's humiliating herself. So I don't want to pound on her, but I do want to talk about the ideas. I'm really struck because I think she's the perfect sort of embodiment of an attitude that pervades the Democratic Party right now, which is, we lost and it's your fault. You're bigots. You're standing in the way of progress, America. And I think that's what do you think of that attitude? It's everywhere.
I don't think it's a fair attitude. I think one valid point that a lot of people make when talking about a lot of the statements that Hillary Clinton makes is that she doesn't necessarily talk about the tactical errors that her team made as far as campaigning, as far as appealing to the middle of the country. So, while I certainly am personally against the administration that's currently in office and a lot of the things that I believe that they stand for,
right.
I think that the Democrats also need to account for the errors that they made during the 2016 election.
I don't know, though, because I hear that a lot. I know all the people who worked, the top people on the Hillary campaign. They're really smart. They're all smarter than I am. They had $1 billion. There wasn't really a lot of tactical thinking that they didn't, that they weren't aware of. Like, they did the tactics right.
I don't know. I don't know that they did. I mean, I'm not here to necessarily argue about the problems with the Democratic Party, but I don't think they necessarily did.
Could the problem have been that they didn't understand that the middle class of the country was dying in absolute terms and felt hated and dismissed by them? That maybe was the problem, don't you think?
Well, I think when I talk about a tactical issue, I think that not appealing to that middle part of the country, not understanding how to deliver the economic messaging that would really resonate with those people, I think that was a tactical error, yes.
I would say it's a thematic error. It's kind of a deep error. What do you think of Hillary's line? And again, I'm not beating up on her, but I think this kind of gets to one of the core contradictions in modern feminism. That white women, as she said with disdain, voted for Trump because they were pressured by their husbands and sons. She thinks that women are so weak-minded that they're bossed around by their sons in the voting booth. Doesn't that tell you a lot? Isn't that revealing?
Well, as much as I hate that soundbite from her, and I wish that, it makes it sound as though women are incapable of making their own decisions when it comes to the voting booth. But as much as I wish this weren't true, there actually is data to back that up. There was a study by Oregon State University a couple of years ago that said that women, and specifically white women, are unduly pressured by their partners when it comes to making political decisions. And generally that women happen to, basically women when they are unmarried, they tend to vote with the good of their gender in mind, whereas once they become married, they are more likely to vote in their husband's best economic interests. And this is largely because women hold less money and earn less money and hold less power in this country. And there actually is evidence to back up the fact that women, when married, and specifically white women, tend to vote with their husband's economic interest in mind. And that is perceived to be, for white women at least,
I wonder,
voting Republican.
I wonder, so if you have a group of people, married white people, and you spend like a huge amount of time attacking them on the basis of their race and their marital status, as the Democratic Party and its surrogates do constantly.
They attack married people?
Well, sure. Well, of course, because that's not their constituency. I mean, their policies are aimed at the unmarried because married people don't vote for them. And, of course, they attack people explicitly.
I think that's vastly untrue.
Last week, Chuck Schumer said he wasn't going to support a federal judicial nominee because he was white. And I just wonder, like, what do you think the net effect of that is? Is that good for the country for politicians to say that kind of thing out loud?
Well, I think that you're mischaracterizing the fact that that Democrats are not trying to appeal to married people. That's a huge swath of the population. I think that they're trying to appeal to a specific ideology, and that is an ideology that is adopted by both married and unmarried people.
Well, I like married women, and I think I have a higher opinion of women than you do, and I'm not a feminist. I mean, I think they kind of vote the way they want to vote. That's the ones I know do.
I mean, I think that is by and large true, and I think that some of the things that Hillary Clinton said oversimplified it in that particular instance. But there is a little bit of data, unfortunately, and I wish it were not the case, to back up what she said there.
You're a brave woman to say that on TV. Julie, thank you. Good to see you.
You too.